Welcome to consumr.ai. Let's learn how to read a segmentation report. And here's why this matters. Your market isn't one homogeneous blob. It's multiple different customer types with completely different needs, motivations, and decision drivers. Segmentation research reveals what those types are. Use the action bar to toggle between views, insights, summaries, and detailed transcripts, moving fluidly between high-level findings and granular respondent feedback. Apply demographic and stage-based filters to the data, analyzing how creative performance varies across age, gender, income, and consumer stage, revealing which audiences respond strongest. Explore the segment cards showing the different customer profiles. Think of segment cards as your customer types laid out visually. Each card represents a distinct group of consumers with shared characteristics. Each requires different positioning. Each responds to different messaging. Each has different triggers and barriers. Understanding these distinct profiles is the entire point of segmentation. Selecting a segment card shows you the subsequent analysis for that segment. What do they care about? What drives them? What frustrates them? What media do they trust? What emotional needs do they have? How big is this segment? What's their demographic profile? Now you have a complete dossier on one customer type. Just click Create Twin to directly generate an AI twin for that segment. Now you can run future research, product testing, messaging, focus groups, specifically targeting this segment. You have a validated consumer profile to work with. Think of the segment story as the segment's origin story. It's not just data points, it's a coherent narrative. That narrative brings the segment alive. You start thinking of them as real people with real jobs, real pressures, and real frustrations. That human understanding is what drives better marketing. Who your segment is reveals the segment's core identity. This is the foundational context. Are they executives, individual contributors, or functional specialists? Are they managing teams or working solo? Are they spending their own money or someone else's? Are they in growth stage companies or mature enterprises? Are they in their first year on the job or veterans? This core identity shapes everything about how they make decisions. How they describe success shows what winning looks like for this segment. Success is subjective. You're speaking to what they actually care about. That's the power of understanding segment success metrics. What doesn't cut it for them surfaces deal breakers. Every segment has non-negotiables, things that automatically disqualify a solution. The segment fingerprint is a psychological and behavioral profile. This goes beyond demographics. It's about the segment's values, worldview, and decision-making style. Are they risk-averse or risk-tolerant? Are they data-driven or intuition-driven? Do they value status or practicality? Do they seek validation from peers or trust their own judgment? Do they prefer tried-and-true solutions or cutting-edge innovation? The fingerprint reveals these psychological dimensions. When you know a segment's fingerprint, you understand what kind of marketing moves them. See what sources of information they trust. Different segments trust different information sources. One segment might trust industry analysts like Gartner, another trusts peer recommendations, another trusts TechCrunch and industry news. You're placing bets on channels that actually influence them. Understand what influences their decisions. Decision influencers vary by segment. You're not running the same sales approach for every segment. You're customizing the approach to match what actually moves each one. Beyond rational benefits, every segment has emotional needs. One segment might feel fulfilled by being seen as innovative, another by being a trusted steward of company resources, another by solving problems that matter. You're tapping into what makes the segment feel good about their choice. That drives loyalty beyond features and price. Every segment has obstacles preventing them from buying or adopting. Maybe it's long implementation timelines. Maybe it requires IT approval. Maybe it doesn't integrate with our existing stack. You're handling them before they become problems. You're showing that you understand their concerns and have solutions. Hovering over the info icon shows which survey question informed each metric. Every insight in the segment analysis is sourced from specific survey questions. For a detailed view of what the survey questions comprised, switch to the Distribution tab. The Analysis tab shows interpreted insights. The Distribution tab shows raw data. Every segmentation survey draws from 6,000 to 20,000 respondents. That's massive. That's statistical power. This is quantified consumer reality at market scale. Total weight confirms your data is fully balanced. This means your respondent pool was weighted to represent your actual market. The question count shows the scope of your segmentation analysis. A simple segmentation might ask 10 to 15 questions. More questions means more nuanced segment profiles. But it also means longer survey completion. Margin of error tells you how reliable your segment findings actually are. Low MOE means high confidence in responses. High MOE means uncertainty. Design effect measures how representative your sample is. Perfect random sampling has a def of 1.0. Real segmentation surveys have a def of 1.2 to 2.0. Normal and acceptable. View all your survey question responses in detail. You can switch between Analysis View and Distribution View anytime. Analysis View shows interpreted insights. The segment story. Distribution View shows raw response data. What percentage chose each option on each survey question? And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the video. To learn more, write to us at info@profitwheel.com. You can also fill out a quick form at consumr.ai or read more at resource.consumr.ai.